I was thinking about making this video like the last one I put out, which was, how did my date go? And I kind of just pensively looked at the camera and said, it went really good. Except this time I was going to call it, did he message me back? And I was going to do the same thing, pensively look at, look at the camera and say, no, he didn't. So I'm a little bit disappointed right now, but whatever. Like, I waited 2 whole days to message him, and he decided to read my message an hour ago and not message me back. So I hope that this is one of those situations where I'm like, haha, never mind. But it doesn't feel like it. And I know that, you know what, and then like part of me is like, oh, what if he sees these videos? What if he saw my videos? But it's like, my videos get 200 views. Pretty sure that the odds are pretty low that he has seen them, so shucks. Disappointed. I really felt a connection to this one. Maybe he'll still message me back. I suppose it's possible, but I really liked this one. And by this one, I mean the first one I've gone out with in 4 years on a first date. And I had a lovely time. And I felt a connection. I felt like we could understand each other. And he was really cute. Really cute. And I tried my hardest. And I went. And I didn't chicken out, and I went. And that's what's important. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The important thing is that I went. And I figured out that it's possible. It's possible for me to be a normal human woman who goes out on dates with people. I think that's been a big barrier for me. And I think that the unpleasant feelings surrounding dating, like the anxiety leading up to the first date, sort of the self-doubt, the nervousness, and then the whole deal afterwards where you're like, wow, did he like actually like me? Does he like maybe want to be my boyfriend? Those are the bad feelings that have been preventing me from finding something real in my life, because it's like I would rather be single than feel those feelings. And I think now, for the longest time, there's been this big checklist of shit I've needed to do in order to start dating, and I've done all of it now. I quit drinking. I quit doing drugs. I quit smoking. I make enough money. I have a car. A totaled car. A car, though. And I'm in therapy. I exercise regularly. All of these things that I needed to check off the list. Whereas, like, whenever I would think about dating, I would say, like, oh, well, I still have to, maybe after it's like I did all those things. And now it's time to do, now it's time to do this thing. And it was a good first try. It's possible. It's possible for me. And I think that that's the silver lining here. I'm a little disappointed, but you know what? I have to build a tolerance for these kind of feelings. I have to build a bit of a tolerance for feeling insecure and feeling vulnerable and feeling like I am putting myself out there. Because I think that, I'm such a shame-based person. Without talking to you like my therapist, it's from my upbringing. I was like humiliated a lot when I was a kid. And I think that rather than I hide instead of exposing myself to people. That is, people in real life, not people on the internet, which I'm pathologically authentic with. Like way more than most people. Yeah, so I tried my best. I did everything that I could. I bought a pretty new dress. I did my makeup so good. And I showed up, and I took my Valium, and I was as prepared as I could be. And I guess it probably he might message me back. I'm like not saying that he won't, but he might. He might. He probably won't, but he might, I sent the message an hour ago. Or he saw it an hour ago, so I could just be like, he'd just be doing something. Um, yeah, don't like this. Don't like this feeling. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna live. And I did good. I mean, I kind of hated it for the entire time except for when I was on the date. The date was really fun. It's. No, I'm not gonna say that. Not even to you. Okay, I'll say it. It's probably the best date I've ever been on. I'm just gonna say that. It probably is. Now, I haven't been on very many. I probably had the most fun here, though. Like, it was the most exciting. And, you know, actually, there's another component here, too, is that, like, ever since I was 18, I've kind of always had an unattainable crush in my life. It's gone from person to person throughout my adult life. And this is the first time where I'm really pursuing something with someone new, where I'm not secretly holding a torch for somebody inside of me. I don't love anyone. I'm not in love with anyone right now. And I don't have a crush on anyone right now, except for this one guy who isn't messaging me back. You know, it's like I finally, I guess that's also on the checklist of things that I needed to do, which is clear out, you know, don't hold a torch for people who don't want you. um and so I've also been in the habit, that's another way I've kept myself safe from intimacy, is to only desire people who don't want me. And even when I'm with people who could potentially want me, to always instead be wanting the person that doesn't want me. And so, even though this date was a failure, even though I had a good time, no, wait, even though this date was a failure, I had a good time. And it showed me that it was possible. And that is a win in itself. Even though he doesn't like me. Okay, goodbye.